Hello, I'm Mike Boltenberger, and it's time for the August 23rd Grandview Speedway High Banks highlights. A recap of the racing action from Grandview Speedway located in Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania. Nice pit area being filled up last night. Again, 37 modifieds, 43 sportsmen signed in for racing action down at the Grandview Speedway. I'd like to thank my wife Mina for doing the race roundup. I was the in-car official last night, so she has everything written down as far as the qualifying and the top finishers in both classes. 4 heats, 2 consolations needed for both classes, and here's how the things went. Your first heat winner in the sportsman was Brett Grimm in the 611. Colton Perry getting the 36 under the checker for the second sportsman heat win. Caton Bailey in the 10K was your third heat winner, and Braden Shelton getting the 39B to the top spot for the fourth sportsman heat win. 2 consolations were needed. First consolation was won by Kenny Gilmore in the 7K. Adriana Delapani getting the second consolation win in the 22A. 26 cars lined up for 25 laps, and here's how the things went for the 25-lap sportsman main. Taking the early race lead, lap 1 leader, the 312 of Jason Graber. Jason actually spun out while leading, bringing out the first yellow, adjusting the field for the next restart. And all of a sudden, the X5 of Xavier Sprague was your new leader. Xavier was actually distancing himself from the field, but started to get tracked down by Dylan Swinehart. Fantastic racing for the pair for about the last 20 laps. And all of a sudden, coming off of turn 4, Dylan Swinehart in the 38S made a nice bold move. They raced side by side down to the finish and getting the win by, I think it was 0.014 seconds. 14 100ths of a second was Dylan Swinehart getting the 38S under the checker. Top 10. Dylan Swinehart, your winner, the 38S. Xavier Sprague getting second in the X5. Brett Grimm, a strong showing in the 611 for third. One of the meet and greet drivers, TJ Mayberry, another solid run, another top 5 run for TJ, getting fourth in the 777. Fifth place finisher, your current point leader in the 59, Colin Cox, with Brett Gilmore in the 7 getting 6th. Gavin Krupp, the 5K, your 7th place finisher. Under the checker after the 25 laps for 8th was the 53S Shannon Slaughter, with Addison Meitzler coming from the consolation to get 9th in the 712. And rounding out your top 10 was the second consolation winner, Adriana Delapani. Again, a last lap pass win off of turn number 4, giving Dylan Swinehart the win in the 38S over Xavier Sprague. 37 modifieds, 4 heats, 2 consolations, and here's how the things went down for the small block modifieds. Getting the first heat win in the 5, Matt Yoder. Under the checker for the second heat win, the 61 of Justin Grimm. Ron Herring Jr. was your third heat winner in the 85, and claiming the fourth heat win, the 221, Ryan Belts. Heat winners, we're going to be running a Man Miller Electric Cash Dash. This was in tribute to the passing of Ernie Saxton, longtime announcer and PR head down at the Grandview Speedway. Our condolences to the Saxton family. But a cash dash was run with the Man Miller Electric putting up the first $300. The fans came in droves to help sponsor this event. All drivers getting paid, but the winner got $1,445 for 3 laps of racing action on the high banks at Grandview. Taking the win, the 221 Ryan Belts. A strong showing by Ryan in the 3 laps. Fantastic racing. They were actually racing under a blanket, as commonly said, for all 3 laps. But getting the win and the $1,445 in the Man Miller Electric Ernie Saxton Tribute Cash Dash, Ryan Belts. 28 cars lined up for the racing action. The consolation winners were John Willman in the 74W, Dwayne Howard in the 15G, and that settled things down for the 30-lap small block modified A main. Early race leader was Matt Yoder in the 5. He was involved in a major tangle on the backstretch later in the event, actually after 2 laps. And some really damaged cars in this accident on the backstretch, hoping everybody's all right and can have their cars repaired so they can return to the racing action on August the 30th. But Matt Yoder was your early race leader, involved in an accident on the backstretch. Assuming command of the race was the 61, feature winner this year, Justin Grimm. Justin showing the lead until an Eddie Strada pass, I believe, in turn number 2 on lap 12, giving Eddie Strada the lead. But that was not going to give Eddie Strada his first career win at Grandview, because on the charge was the 19 of Jared Umbenhauer. Fantastic racing between Strada and Umbenhauer, with Umbenhauer assuming command on lap 19 and eventually getting his win, his first win since July 8th of 2023. So congratulations to the 19 team with Jared Umbenhauer getting the win. Eddie Strada did stay strong, finishing second in the 33. Dwayne Howard, consolation winner, moving through the field. Your current point leader, Dwayne Howard, in the 15G, settling in for a fine third place run. Justin Grimm, early race leader in the 61, finishing 4th, with Ryan Watt just besting his son Logan to get the 5th spot. Logan was 6th in the 4M. Craig Mondoran getting the number 30 under the Ray Kemp checker after 30 laps for 7th. 00, Cody Manmiller. Cody's really looking sharp this year, getting that 00 in the top 10 for many of the racing events. So another good showing for Cody Manmiller, getting 8th. Loudon Reimert in the 16 was your 9th place finisher. And rounding out the top 10 was Jeff Strunk. Jeff actually went into the pits after the Matt Yoder incident, came back out, advanced many spots to get 10th. Hard charger was Dwayne Howard, advancing from 22nd to 3rd. So some fantastic racing down in the hill last night. Hope to see everybody back at the Speedway. They're going to have the 4-cylinder Pro cars in addition to the small block modifieds and the Sportsman at Grandview. There is also the Outlaw Enduro Series on Friday night, August the 29th. So hope everybody has a safe and happy week. I'm Mike Feltberger, and hope to see you at the Speedway next week for some fantastic racing on the high banks at Grandview. Take care.